Hey YouTube, happy Saturday to you. Can I adjust the monitor here? I just do these on my laptop, so video quality probably isn't that great, but that's alright. So yes, happy Saturday, and glad to be making another video. This really has been something that, gave me something positive to do and to think about while I'm kind of recovering. But every day's getting easier from surgery. It's not quite 2 weeks, but it'll be 2 weeks on Tuesday, so we're getting there. My exciting news today is that I drove for the first time after having surgery. So that was good, and I drove and I got coffee, yay, and Pete's Coffee. Those of you that are on the West Coast know about Pete's, best coffee ever. And I went to the bank. So yeah. And then in a little bit I'm going to leave again, woohoo, it's very exciting, and I'm going to go get a haircut because this is driving me crazy. Oh my god, it's driving me nuts. I haven't had a haircut in like 3 freaking weeks and it's just too fuzzy. So, next time you see me, I will have had my ears lowered, as my grandpa used to say. So, thought I would do a video and just talk a little bit about what to expect after surgery. And I mean, I don't consider myself an expert or anything. I mean, I went through it, but everybody has different experiences. Sorry, I'm sitting in front of a window and that looks like it's really glary. Let me move, because it's annoying me, so maybe it's annoying you. Now I'm making you all seasick. So, there, that's a little bit better. So yeah, we're not. Okay, well, that's great. So yeah, what to expect after surgery. And again, this is just my experience. This isn't everybody's, certainly. I really feel like I didn't know what to expect, so I thought maybe I might make a video and just talk a little bit about what I've experienced and what might be some things that, as you're thinking about surgery, to kind of think about. So yeah. For me, the first 2 days were the hardest afterwards, and that seems to be what everybody says. But the first 2 days, I mean, really all I did was lay around and sleep. When you get home, at least going through Brownstein's office, they tell you to lay down for the first 6 hours after surgery. And I mean, that makes sense because you just went through anesthetic and this whole kind of body traumatic process. So yeah, basically, I mean, I just slept. So really the first 2 days were kind of a blur, honestly. I mean, it was kind of like pain medicine every 46 hours and sleep. And that was about it. The other thing after surgery, you do have the drains, and you have two, kind of one on, each side, and you can probably see that from the other videos, and you have to empty those every 4 to 6 hours, and it doesn't hurt to empty them. It's just kind of a pain, not a literal pain, but, it's just bothersome to have to remember to do that. And mine didn't drain that much, really. I mean, it wasn't like I had gobs full, which was good because it's kind of gross. But, you have to keep an eye on the drains, because if it does too much, then that could be indication that there's a problem. So you're all bound up with your, kind of chest compression binder, which I actually still have on. I'll show you a little bit here of what it looks like. So, sorry. It's, just kind of like this, and I've got a t-shirt, or part of a t-shirt, I cut it in half on, so it's just kind of like a big ace bandage, basically. And then right when you get home from surgery, you have more gauze and stuff, like underneath here, so it actually really sticks out. So yeah, I mean, your first few days, you're basically just recuperating. After the first couple of days, I was definitely more mobile. And, they gave me Percocet, and I could take that every 6 hours, kind of as needed. And basically, I mean, I wanted to keep up with the pain, so I took that kind of religiously because I didn't want the pain to get so bad that then I'd have to, be really hard to get it to go back down. As far as other stuff like the first week after surgery, the other thing that was hard for me was just finding a comfortable place to sleep. Sadly, my bed was not that place. It was actually more comfortable for me to sleep on the couch. And some of that was because I had to get up every few hours in the night to take pain meds, and I didn't want to wake up my partner. And, I could have the medicine and everything, right there on the table, on the coffee table. The other thing is that the couch is actually lower than the bed, because my bed frame is pretty tall. And it was just kind of more uncomfortable to get in and out of, and every time you get out of the bed, it puts pressure on the stitches, and, or not, you know what I mean, on the, incisions. So yeah, really it's not very exciting like your first week, basically. But at some point in time, you do go back for a follow-up visit, your first one, and for me that was 2 days after surgery. And essentially all that happened there is he opened everything up and, took the bandages off, and he let me see my chest for the first time. And basically he was like, everything looks fine, no problems. That's just kind of a peace of mind visit, basically. None of the dressings or anything come off for good. He basically just takes the binders off for a second, looks at it. Sorry, my dog's barking. And then closes it all back up, and you go home. So that's your first week, and it's just a lot of rest, a lot of eating healthy, and whatnot. And then, sorry, apparently the mail has come, and it's very exciting, and I must be warned. So then your second week, what happens, at least for me, is that 6 to 7 days after surgery, you get your drains out. And so that happens, they take the stitches around the nipple grafts, they take them out, and you get all that stuff removed. Like I said in one of my other videos, it wasn't like getting the drains removed was really painful. I was really worried about that, but he told me, he was like, okay, hold your breath, or, kind of, you ready? And I was like, yeah, and then he did it real quick and he yanked it out. So it felt like a pulling sensation, but it wasn't excruciating, so I was worried about that hurting, especially on my left side, because the left side had just been more painful than everything else. So for those of you that may go through this in the future, everybody feels things differently, but at the same time, I wouldn't lose sleep over it. So yeah, that second follow-up visit, you get the, drains and whatnot out, and then he takes out the rest of the padding, and then you just have the binder. And for Brownstein, you have to wear the medical binder for a week afterwards. And so it would be Monday where I could get to stop wearing this thing. And honestly, the main reason for wearing it is just it's for security, it's for safety, it's to keep, some padding and all from the nipples and the incisions. Also having the compression there helps with the swelling. So that's good. I'm really getting to the point of being irritated by having to wear it all the time, and honestly I have been taking it off some, like for an hour or so at a time, and it helps when I feel so much better without it on, but I know it's good for the healing process. And the other thing, it kind of forces your, because all that was taken out, it forces, sorry, stupid dog. I love my dog, but he barks at everything. Hold on. Hey, Shadow, come here. I'm making a video. Come on. My dog is so well-mannered. Okay. Sorry, people. This is the most exciting video ever. I should show you Mr. Beastie, who is causing all the trouble here. This is Shadow, the barking dog. Yes, you're interrupting my video. Okay. I just don't have the patience to edit that out, so whatever. So anyway, you go for that second visit and you get all this stuff out, and then you have to wear the bandages and whatnot for a while. So I'm to the point where I can stop wearing the bandages pretty much all the time on Monday. The other thing is you have like little fabric squares, little like bandage squares that you tape over the nipples. You put Neosporin or some other kind of antibiotic ointment and put the squares over the nipples for protection, and also to keep those for healing. The other big thing after surgery is that you can't shower facing the water stream, so you don't want the water hitting you in front. You have to shower with the water hitting you from behind, which, is doable, but what I suggest is get a plastic cup or something to fill with water, and that way you can wash your hair. Because what I noticed is like leaning back into the stream like that put pressure on the incisions, and that was kind of painful. So now I just have like this little one of those little cups you get at the ballpark or whatever, and I just fill that up with water and kind of put it over my head to help get the shampoo and stuff off. So yeah, so that is kind of in a nutshell kind of some of what to expect. As far as pain, I mean, everybody feels it differently. I certainly have felt it. I will say that it's getting better. Right now it's mostly on the incision lines, so I'm feeling better about that. But I'm pretty much at 10 minutes. Sorry this was kind of rambly. Hope it helps somebody. Thanks.